Everybody feels so defeated these days. Sometimes people just sit on their couches and the tears come down. They don't even know what to do next. And then there are people like myself who have been defeated so entirely that I emerge victorious, and I've got suggestions for people who are currently defeated. Sitting on the couch, crying, dripping tears down their face onto their laps. Why is everybody so defeated these days, I wonder? Now, the proper attitude or mentality toward defeat is humility. It's not to get up in arms and be arrogantly full of braggadocio and say to people, hey, you lost. I can make you a victor. You can win if you just join forces with me and walk behind me as I stride into the unknown. You can carry my banner. Just now, I was sitting at my desk and I started a new book. And I, for the most part, live at my desk. I've come to understand that I can live the entirety of my reality and my life at my desk. Right there in front of my computer, I can have Amazon deliver everything to my desk. There's someone comes to the door, a courier of some sort. I just kind of beam them in. I press a button, speak to them. They come up the stairs, drop off the goodies at my desk. I never have to leave my desk. I sleep at my desk. I eat at my desk. I shit at my desk. I urinate at my desk. I make love at my desk. Everything, anything, whatever it is, at my desk. The only thing I don't do at my desk is this video. Whatever. We feel defeated. I am someone who has been defeated. I have a new book coming out called Manifest the Destiny. Now, if it's about one thing, it's about how to overcome defeat in yourself. Now, for me, I overcome defeat in myself. I manifest the destiny of myself by sitting at my desk all day and never leaving my desk. This is where I have the most power over life, over reality, over the unknown. I sit at my desk. I sleep at my desk. I drink at my desk. I eat at my desk. And now I'm creating a new manuscript called Manifest the Destiny at my desk. The problem is, I haven't even started writing it yet, and I was so entranced by my own idea, hypnotized, mesmerized, just absolutely beleaguered with the bliss and ecstasy of composition that I haven't even started writing yet. I'm actually still just looking at the front page. And it's about defeat. I've already been defeated by writer's block, but not really. That's where this video comes in, where I get to show you what I did when I started composing Manifest the Destiny at my desk. The treatise, the tractatus, the manifesto against defeat by proceeding with humility, with soft tenderness and vulnerability. That's how I write. Because I know you're sitting there crying on your couch. You're utterly defeated like me. You want to emerge victorious. You don't trust the Tony Robbins of the world. They seem to be high on meth when you want something more chthonic, something more terrestrial, something that you can sink your fingertips into like the soil. Let me tell you something. This is page 1 of Manifest the Destiny. This is my new book. It's about defeat. Now, I start a book writing in longhand, but if you can look carefully at the pages, this is really the front, but I'm going to show you the back just for demonstration's sake. There's no writing on it, but if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but It's awfully wet. This is drool. This is my drool. I sat at my desk for 24 hours straight with coffee. I didn't even do anything, but I sat there in front of my first page of my manuscript, Manifest the Destiny, about defeat. And I didn't have any ideas, but I was so intoxicated with the notion of creating my manuscript that I just started to drool. I got transfixed by my own potential, and I just sat there looking at the sheet of paper, pen in hand, and the drool just started coming out of my mouth onto the page, and it's soaked. It's drenched with drool. But like any serious meta-reflective thinker, I'm going to use this phenomenon of drool over the blank page. Drool over the blank page is going to be my first page. I now have something to write about. I'm not defeated. I turn this defeat into a victory. I manifest the destiny of sitting at my desk 24 hours a day. Right? My very first page is going to be about how I was defeated and was drooling. Humility. You have to have enough humility to avail yourself of the infinitude of possibilities at your fingertips. Now, if all goes according to plan, this will be the last book that's ever written. There won't even need to be books written after this book. Now that's something I learned in my humility after being defeated several times, crying on my couch, not knowing what to do next, being overwhelmed with all my responsibilities in life, but I knew I just had to do one thing. I had to write the first word of the first sentence of the first paragraph of the first page of the first chapter of my last book, of the last book in the world. Manifest the destiny. Now, you may know Manifest Destiny from American history. It's that phenomena in the 1900s where Americans expanded westward under the idea or the ideology of introducing civilization to the old world, to domesticating, taming the wilderness. What I'm talking about is manifesting the destiny of oneself through defeat. The defeat is the wilderness. The sense of overwhelm is the wilderness. And you've just got to go like a trekker. Like what's those guys' names? Lewis and Clark. You pioneer through the wilderness. You establish a cartography of terra incognita. You plow into the depths of defeat, and you come out the other side and you manifest the destiny over the savagery in yourself. The savagery's not out there. It's not the Native Americans. That's all propaganda. The savagery is inside. You gotta meet that savagery head on. The darkness, the shadows, the wilderness. And you redeem it through acknowledging your defeat. They won't go away. It's like the Furies. The Furies of ancient Greek tragedy, of Aeschylus in his tragedy, the Eumenides. That's the Greek word for the Furies. They're not going to go away. Manifest the destiny. Embrace your defeat. Drool if necessary. I'm drooling right now on the possibilities of overcoming my overwhelm. I don't need to do anything but just sit at my desk 24 hours a day. And if I could find a substitute for sleep, I would. Do you see me frothing right here? Because I'm about to manifest some serious destiny? It's all about writing the last book that ever needs to be written because you've engaged the wilderness of yourself, the shadows, the Furies, who will not be placated by your obtuse rationality, your hyper-reasonable self that really wants to colonize everything with order, your hyper-rational self that's really just a predator upon the savagery inside you. And the savagery wants nothing of the intellect. I'm not against the intellect. I drool with the intellect. You see these beads of froth coming down the side of my mouth? That's the intellect. I want to chew on thoughts. I want to manifest the destiny. I want to write the last book that ever needs to be written, and I'm going to write it with humility because I've gone through the gauntlet of defeat and I have emerged victorious, and you can all join me as we plow to the nether reaches of the universe like the Starship Enterprise, the go where no man or woman or human has gone before. My book, Manifest the Destiny, is the enterprising enterprise that will render obsolete all books, all manifestos, as we go into the wilderness of ourselves, and we do not need another book. This is the last. Look at me. Look at me. You can trust me. I've been sitting at my desk all day, composing Manifest the Destiny. I got nowhere. Nothing but drool to drench the first page. But now I've got my first page by telling you this story, and then I transcribe it and I sit at my desk for 24 hours straight, composing the first chapter of the last book that will ever be written. Manifest the Destiny. We go together. You and me, we manifest the destiny. This is about you and me, no one else. Pure humility, pure defeat. We go inside of ourselves and we emerge conquerors, victors. We never have to leave our desks. Amazon will deliver everything we need to our desk. Those couriers can walk up the stairs. You give them an extra tip. Get yourself a chamber pot. Shit at your desk. We don't need anything. We don't need to go outside. It's all inside. It's all inside of ourselves. Manifest the destiny. You're probably thinking, I'm done following other people. I want to be independent. I want to be autonomous. I'm sick of taking orders from on high. That's just more confusion for me. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. After you follow me for 20 years, maybe I'll set you loose. But you got to feel that you can handle the overwhelm and the unknown on your own. You know? The little chickadees, they don't leave their mother until they're feeling ready. You don't jump out of the nest of an eyrie, if you're an eagle, until you realize your wings are ready to fly. Now, sometimes people just jump out and the wings pop out of their back and they start to soar, and that's fine. If you want to try that, fine. Just read one chapter of my book, Manifest the Destiny, then jump out of the nest and see how far you go. Remember, it's about humility. It's about being defeated. If you're not humble, if you haven't been thoroughly defeated by the unknown and the overwhelm that is your life, if you feel like you can leave the desk and grow some wings outside there in the real world, go for it. Go for it. But if, like me, you drool at the possibility of the potential of the future, you can't even write. You can't even live. You can do nothing but sit at your desk all day drooling on the first page of the last book ever to be written, the manifesto of the manifest realm. Then shut the fuck up and keep reading. I have got the best book coming out. Sit at your desk and wait for it. I tell you, people have no patience these days. They have no humility. They don't know what it means to be defeated. They pretend. They pretend like they've been defeated. They pretend like they've got humility. I call it proto-humility. I call it proto-defeat. No, be defeated. Be humbled. Be overwhelmed. And then you will need someone like me, who's been through it all, who can show you the way out. But you've got to trust me. You have got to trust me. You've got to trust that all that drool that came out of my mouth and dripped onto the first page of my unwritten book that is the last book in the universe, you've got to trust me. It could take me a year to write that book, 5 years, 10 years. You sit at your desk and you wait for Amazon to deliver that book. You'll get a notification. Google notification. Whatever it is these days. Amazon notification. You'll know exactly when my book is out. You will know exactly when you can have it ordered and sent to your house. You'll know exactly when you've been liberated. Do you know why? Do you know why you'll know exactly when you're liberated? Because as soon as you open my book, you'll do the same thing that I did. As soon as you turn that first page and you start to ingest and metabolize all the ramifications of meanings, all the consequences of the semantic and syntactic gloriousness, some drool will start to form. And it will drip down onto the book. It drool. Frothing, bubbling saliva like a pot that's been boiling on the stovetop too long. It'll go over the sides of your mouth, down onto the page. Yeah. And all the ink of my masterpiece will start to run and blur until the pages hold no more meaning